Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a very special episode of the Happy Pappy Variety Hour.
I'm Drew.
I'm Aiden.
And I'm Micah. And as I mentioned, it's a very special episode because as of recording this, it is Saturday, the 21st night of September. Can we get a little round of applause in here? Thank you. Now, Aiden, do you remember the 21st night of September?
I do.
Can you tell us about that?
Yes, I can. For those of you who don't know, the reason we are clapping and being so excited about the 21st night of September is because those are some of the first words uttered in Earth, Wind, and Fire's. I was about to say single. Fun fact, they never released September as a single anyway. It's from Earth,
Real
Wind,
shit?
and Fire's September.
And people just call it a single because it's like, oh, it's popular.
Yeah, that was,
must be a single.
that was like their most popular song. And it kind of became a meme, but now I really, really, really love disco music.
Well,
Of course you do.
And I use it to
Nerd.
celebrate disco.
yeah,
But it's very much an individual experience.
it is.
But one of the things we also do is we have kind of turned it into a tradition to get together on the 21st night of September to
Indeed.
celebrate. So, it's like it's one of our special little things over here at D.A.M Television.
You know, I actually woke up to a Snapchat showing me a video of last year's celebration.
Really?
Yeah.
That's nice.
Oh
That's
yeah,
cool.
so did I. It was you on the death chair.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. So, I'm going to tell this story. So last year we went to the mall for the 21st night of September to play around after it closed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And me and Aiden had seen Slenderman.
Oh,
and
God.
yeah, you remember Slenderman,
We'll talk
don't
about
you?
that in a minute.
But we had sat down on the massage chairs at the Mall of Georgia and actually used one. And it was one of the most uncomfortable experiences because it's like the way it massages you is like these weird little mechanical pokers
Yeah.
that like come out of from behind the chair, and it feels like Slenderman's about to violate you.
It
Yeah.
feels like little elf feet.
And then to make matters worse, where your legs are, they have these little cushions that
Oh,
like
yeah.
They
inflate.
grasp your legs.
It straight up feels like you're just-
you're being
You
trapped.
can't get out.
So we made a little colloquialism.
Colloquialism. That's what you sound like.
That
Sorry,
was
I didn't mean
uncalled for. So we made a little colloquialism. We called it the Slenderman chair. And when we got to the mall, we wanted to show Micah the Slenderman chair. So we forced him to get into it
Yeah.
and
Pretty
put
and
it
they
on.
also made me pay for it, so that was
Oh, yeah, we did.
stupid.
Isn't it? It's like $1.
It's $2.
we're really
$2?
we're really
Gosh.
good friends, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Just so you know.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, we had him try the Slenderman chair. And Micah, can you give us your review?
So there are a few other experiences in my life that have made me feel so uncomfortable, violated, and just less than human than that experience. It was probably the worst thing I've ever done, and probably the worst $2 I've ever spent, because I felt like I was dying the entire
Really?
time. I know it was supposed to be relaxing, but I couldn't just take my mind off the fact that I felt like I was being
I
murdered.
honestly would have thought the worst $2 you've ever spent was on that Indian hooker.
Well, now we don't talk about that.
Moving on. Aiden, you've set up a little list of topics, and he has not told me or Micah what is on them. So,
I'm
Do you-
thoroughly
do you wanna read them
interested,
off?
actually.
Yes.
because I want to hear.
Before I go into this, I would like to say a few words.
Mm.
I would like to give a very sincere and grateful thank you to everybody who tuned in to last week's podcast.
yeah.
Well,
We probably should've
technically,
opened with that. but-
yeah, I was gonna interject, but we kind of had a bit of a laugh there. Technically, this week's podcast because it came out Wednesday.
It was supposed to come out. No, it came out
It
on
came out
Thursday.
Wednesday.
It was supposed to come
It
out on
came
Wednesday.
out, and that's what.
That yes, we had so many technical difficulties, but we pulled through.
Initially, we
and-
weren't even going to release it.
Oh
but-
yeah, that was going to be
Yeah.
episode 0.
Yeah.
But I think we're definitely glad we did.
But
And
then, like,
now-
upon like me editing it and re-listening to it, I was like, "This is actually not too bad."
I know
wanna
that's
upload
what
this.
that's what I did
So,
because I went home and listened to it, and I was
yeah,
like, "This is pretty good."
yeah.
Now, upon another page refresh, we have 196 views.
Because we care a lot and we refresh the page.
That is
copiously.
100 and reverse 69. So
Yeah,
Yes,
that is.
And
That
28
is.
subscribers from one measly little video. So we're very glad and very proud that we can entertain whoever listens.
definitely,
And yeah, we'll keep doing this if
Yeah.
we
if
do it for you.
We do it for you.
We do
We
it
don't.
for the
we don't
viewers.
at all. We do it for us. but
No,
you
yeah,
guys seem
it's
to
for
like
us.
it too, so
It's
it
for
works
us.
out.
It's definitely
All
for
right.
us.
The first thing that I would like to talk about is
Mm.
football.
You know I know nothing
Let's
about
go.
football.
I am personally am not a huge fan of football. Contrary to many other southern boys.
Yeah.
Drew. Drew
Had to throw that in there.
is very proficient in the land of
Despite
football.
being the smallest, skinniest little of the group,
Yeah.
I'm the most into football. Definitely.
Little boy.
And
Don't bully me.
Drew
I'm sorry.
is not a football player
No.
because he doesn't have.
I would be. I'd get hit once and I'd snap in half.
He
But you know
doesn't-
what? That's okay.
He doesn't have the physique, really. But those who do end up being good at the sport and getting power, fame, money, things
Way
that
too
go
much money.
with being way too much money for things that go with being a professional football player. And sometimes they make bad choices.
Oh, I know what this is about.
Oftentimes.
One of those players who made bad choices most recently was Antonio Brown.
And more like Antonio Clown.
Oh man. I have not-
Copyright 2009 Drew Ray jokes.
So you see,
Do not copy, do not steal.
as I mentioned before, I don't know anything about football and I don't keep up with it. So
Drew,
I'm
give us
a little
the rundown
confused here.
about Antonio
Just a little-
Brown.
a little
So,
rundown.
the Antonio Brown saga, as
This
it has
is
been
Oh,
can
it's a
this be-
saga.
This is
Whoa.
this is parallel to last week's episode.
this goes back
Canceled
to
sports stars.
Oh yeah. yeah.
I'd say this goes back to the end of last year's football season.
Oh.
The Pittsburgh Steelers were not a playoff bound team. They needed help to get into the playoffs, and I believe they had to beat the Cincinnati Bengals to make the playoffs.
Bengals.
And then they also had to have the Baltimore Ravens lose. So basically, it was a must-win game, which, okay. Antonio Brown, despite being the star wide receiver, number one option on the Pittsburgh Steelers, didn't play. And when Coach Mike Tomlin was asked about it, it was because of discipline stuff.
Oh.
So, Antonio Brown, being a clown, pitched a fit about it. And he pitched a fit all into the off season until
Okay.
eventually he basically demanded the Steelers trade him. And the Steelers were like, "Fine, you little head case. You're getting exiled to the Oakland Raiders."
Dear
And
God.
Coach John Gruden, otherwise known as Chucky.
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 I don't like that.
So he is in Oakland, and he's up in Oakland's training camp, except he isn't, because Antonio Brown has some crazy little injury. The man has frostbite on
What?
his toes
What?
from cryotherapy because he forgot to put proper footwear on.
What?
He has frostbite on his toes because he didn't put on shoes in the cryotherapy chamber.
What the fuck is a cryotherapy?
You don't know what
Exactly.
cryotherapy
No,
is?
I
Aiden,
don't.
do you want to explain what
I
cryotherapy
would
is?
think you'd know what it is.
No.
Okay. You know how
I mean, I can tell by the name it's something to do with Freezy Boys.
Yeah,
yeah.
you know how like a lot of sports players and people who do physical things like take ice baths or
Yeah,
whatever
yeah.
to calm their muscles because cold for your muscles is apparently very good.
Something like that.
Cryotherapy is when you go into basically a meat freezer for like
Oh.
30 minutes and you pay a ton of money for it for you to stand and basically just like get frozen.
So pretty much it's like that cryostasis bullshit from
Yes.
from every sci-fi series ever.
Walt Disney had his head in the
But yeah, basically
frozen.
he went
Hey,
into
Aiden, I
that
just want
with
to point out the little red bubble again said
sorry.
stop.
God,
Just for
Aiden's gonna
context
blow
here,
out this
I'm gonna
mixer.
blow-
for
at
context
some
here
point.
on the mixer, I have strategically given Aiden mic 1 because mic 1 has a little bubble, a little red bubble on it, where when it gets too loud and the mixer does not like it, it glows. And Aiden really, really likes to scream into the microphones. So I gave him
Aiden's a
mic 1.
danger to everything.
So I gave
everything
him-
we've built.
I gave him mic 1 so that I can see when I need to tell him to shut up. You know?
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, basically, so he's out with this weird, undisclosed injury, and he comes back to training camp, right? And he plays great. But the thing is, Antonio Brown's also he's taken on his alternate persona of Antonio Clown, and he's been doing some dumb crap, and he's getting rightfully fined for missing training camp for. Basically, he didn't communicate the extent of his injury. And so,
Right.
like, basically the Raiders, he had an unexcused absence to mandatory training camp. And when you do that, the GM can issue fines. So, GM Mike Mayock issued
All right,
fines.
shut up. We're moving on.
Well, this is a fun little
yeah.
story.
It's fun for you.
Well, I'm getting to it. He issued fines. So, Antonio Brown just reacts by throwing a football at him, calling him a cracker, and telling him to
Oh.
go fuck himself.
Very good.
As you should
Very.
always respond to the man who employs you.
Of course.
So then he
Can you
decides,
imagine SpongeBob saying that to Mr. Krabs?
"But yeah, fuck you, cracker."
Oh my god.
It's the best day ever.
Oh no.
Anyway, so he goes on social media and demands to be released. So, GM Mike Mayock and the Oakland Raiders release him. All his beautiful new money is gone.
Oh.
So he went through. He's gone. He's been exiled from 2 different teams all in one off season. So who comes and picks him up but the assembly line of head case players, the New England Patriots?
Dear God.
Because, when you go into the Patriot system, you sit down and you shut up.
Yeah.
So he misses the week 1 game because he
Oh.
had just been signed. So, he didn't know, game plan and plays yet. And that was actually against his former team, the Pittsburgh Steelers. But then he comes and he plays in the week 2 game against Miami, and he plays. He's their top receiver. I mean, he looks.
So,
he looks
so this
good.
guy's good. you're
Oh,
telling
he's
me.
a star
Like, he's-
player.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
But-
why he's able to do the stupid stuff.
that's why his clownery gets put up with.
Oh.
However, then what comes out are sexual assault allegations.
Here we
Dear
go.
God.
from his former trainer.
Are you serious?
This
Who
is what I
says
wanted to
that
get to.
basically, yeah, he tried to sexually assault her.
My
and
God.
the thing is, Antonio Clown decided to send threatening texts to her, basically telling her, "You only want my money. Keep your mouth shut." Bad stuff you shouldn't send. So
he could
Especially if someone already has the upper hand on you.
yeah,
from a
and
legal
like
standpoint.
he could say "fuck you, cracker" to his coach's face, like yelling at him, but he had
Yeah.
to text, "You know what? Keep your mouth shut."
He had to text that. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, and when you're already being sued, not
Yeah,
good
not a
timing.
good
No.
option.
But the Patriots, the Patriots do not put up with clownery, is the
Yeah.
thing. So the Patriots recently released him. So, in review, he's been exiled from 3 different teams.
Okay.
And despite having almost, I believe, my numbers might be wrong, over $50 million in guarantees promised to him. You want to know how much money he's made?
0.
$100,000
Oh.
out of
my
out of
God.
50 million.
Okay, yeah.
That's bad.
In the bigger picture, that's not a lot,
Mm-hmm.
but if you're thinking $100,000,
Like
is a lot of
that's
money.
more than the
Like,
average American makes in a year.
Yeah, exactly.
But
So-
yeah, when you live a lavish lifestyle, and you're probably about to go to court for a big old little case.
Yeah.
It's probably not great.
$100,000.
Yeah, but-
100,000.
I mean, yeah. In other words, Antonio Brown has pissed away every opportunity given to him, despite being. He's a great football player, but it just shows at some point you cannot be that much of a head case, and eventually, the people up top get sick of it, and now
Stick.
he's probably out of the league forever.
He said stick of it.
I said I did. It's because I keep looking at this like little strip of tape I forgot to get, so I'm just gonna
Stick.
Stick.
That's a Freudian
All right,
slip.
well, Drew's gone.
All right,
so,
and
what next
that's our what actually one more.
sports ball talk.
That's our canceled sports.
Canceled
I was about
sports
to say
stars.
sports bar talk.
Can't put button.
Bika poopa e.
I just spit mucus into my sink.
What?
Anyway,
Let's
so
talk
before-
about the songs. Yeah.
Oh,
I have
completely forgot
one
we did
more.
that.
I have
Oh,
one
okay,
more.
we have another topic. All
Current news topic that we should get out of the way.
All right.
I don't want to talk about this. Let me say
Okay.
this. I don't.
Wait, can
it's-
I open current events class?
Good morning, Ms.
Oh.
Madsen.
Good morning,
Stop!
class.
I'm gonna say it.
I want to see what it is.
Stop!
just
Red
let
Get your
bubble.
hand out of my
Hey,
pants.
hey,
Red
bubble,
bubble, you
bubble,
idiot. Bubble. Calm down.
No one else has yelled. It's
No one. Only
been
you. So,
Anyway, in other topical current news that I don't want to talk about.
topical current news.
Yesterday was September 20th.
Yes.
Oh, if you don't. Oh.
I know,
I don't know.
but I kind of feel obligated because people are like, you should have talked about this.
All right.
Who's-
Yeah.
Guess what, idiots? There's nothing in Area 51.
Well, we don't know that.
Yeah, you want to know why? Because people were also too baby.
Well, no. See,
Yes, people
it's
were
a
too
lot.
baby.
It's a lot easier to storm like a government base with 20,000 people than with 200. And when you show up and there's
Yeah.
200, you're like,
Yeah.
you know, there's a lot bigger chance I get gunned
There's
down
enough.
at
There's
this.
enough cocaine in Nevada to supply 200 people, and if everybody there is on cocaine, they would have done it.
Okay, yeah, but some people don't do cocaine. Like, I know that's foreign to you, but like, drugs are not like a must for the majority of people.
Yeah, they are.
That's I.
Mm.
We're not talking about that anymore. It's
Yeah,
so
it's-
so erroneously stupid.
It would have been really funny to talk about in late July,
In late
early
July.
August.
Ooh.
But now that's actually come around. I mean, what
Yeah.
did you,
Not
what did you
obligated.
guys really expect? Like people to actually be
show
able
up,
to storm
yeah.
it? I mean, come on, like
Didn't the actual event have like 500,000 people following it or whatever?
yeah,
Over,
but
like the-
over
like the-
2 million.
I
to-
think
Jesus.
we
Yes.
all could have guessed like
That they weren't gonna
those
do-
people
yeah.
aren't actually. I mean, half of it was probably like edgy, like 12-year-olds, like yeah, we're gonna storm Area 51.
No. Pretty much all of it was just like people trying to be funny.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're like,
and I mean,
haha,
you know,
what if I
But then when it actually
epic
comes
meme?
down to it, like, yeah, I don't know about you, aliens or no aliens, I don't want to get shot.
Yeah.
That just doesn't
well,
seem like a good prospect.
Well, I
to
mean,
me.
like, come on.
Not by some guard who gets paid minimum wage to
Well,
stand out. in
yeah, okay, that.
By
I
the
don't want to
sun.
get shot. Period.
I don't
like.
getting shot is not the ideal way to die.
If
Okay,
I'm gonna get shot, I want it to be like by like Kendrick Lamar.
that would be cool.
That would be a great way to
I
go.
would let Kendrick Lamar shoot.
I
Drew-
would for
Drew,
sure.
What do you think is the ideal way to die?
What do I think is the ideal way to
Oh,
die?
that's a good question,
Um,
This is
actually.
a good.
Yeah.
Let's. This is a good subject. Let's talk about this. I'm glad we segued.
Huh? That's a hard one. Like, is it? Do you mean like? I guess. Do you mean like? If you had to get like murdered, like what's
No,
how would I
no,
like
no,
to be
no, no,
murdered?
just like worst way to, like
And-
best way to die.
Any
period.
way that you could perish.
Honestly, this is a dumb answer.
Hmm.
Getting Thanos snapped, like just kind of fading
Okay, well, here's the
away.
thing.
Okay,
No, no, no,
nothing
no.
fictional.
Well, no, I mean, but just like kind of being able to like fade away, like and just
No,
like,
I do agree
not
with
really
that.
So,
feel
Nothing
it.
so dying in
fictional.
your sleep.
yeah.
of
Like
old
I don't want
age.
I don't want to
okay.
have to feel the pain of death. Like
Yeah.
I mean that I just kind of want to like, oh, I'm dead now. Like, well, I don't know how it like really works. Like if I have a consciousness or anything still.
Yeah.
But I just kind of want to go out. I don't want to have to like writhe in agony for 5 minutes because oh my god, I've been shot and I had to wait as my organs bleed out or some
Yeah.
weird crap. Yeah, I'm not for pain. I have a very low pain tolerance.
Actually, that's true. That's very true.
Yeah.
Micah, how do you want to die?
Shit, dog. That's it. That's
That's
no,
it.
I don't know. There's a lot of really, really bad ways to die.
Yeah.
Because humans, as much as people don't want to accept it, we're really fragile.
Yeah.
We're not.
We're not.
We're not nearly as invincible as
invincible.
people. Oh, you have a little. You have a hair sticking down. You didn't get your bun over there. On the side, it's like you see it. Yeah, it's a big one too.
He
It's
does
like
his
a,
hair in a
it's a big old
bunch.
chunk of hair. It's just like not in the bun. Anyways,
Stop.
um,
I'm growing
I
a little
feel
bit of a
like-
mullet. Almost. It's pretty gross. I need to cut this hair.
Let Micah tell how he wants to die.
Yeah, go ahead.
You want to get a drumstick shoved up your butthole.
whoa, hey,
Man,
watch
that-
it there, buddy. Ah, that's hot.
I don't think that
That's
kill. I
hot.
don't think that'd kill you. But
No, that wouldn't kill you.
Micah has some darn big drumsticks.
That's true. Actually, okay, I just want to real quick go off this. Probably the best money I've ever spent. I spent $40 on these ProMark drumsticks. They're called ProMark G&Ts. They are 38 inches long and about 2 inches in diameter. They're just
Jeez.
massive drumsticks, and I have them mounted on my wall.
That is
They're great.
dummy thick.
Dummy
Yeah.
thick. It is.
That-
Dummy thick.
Yeah, that's how you want to die, getting a dummy thick.
No, I wanna
drumstick
die by
shoved up
having,
your
like,
ass.
A group of 5 midgets, all with those massive drumsticks, just like beating me. And I'm just like,
Are they male or female?
who knows? I don't know.
Yeah, honestly,
No, because like I don't
Is
want them to
midget
be
a
like
bad
just
word?
midget. I don't want it to be like just a bunch of midgets. Like what are the? I don't watch Star Wars. What are the guys, the little ones with the robes?
Ewoks.
Jawas. No, the guys
Oh
with the
yeah,
hoods.
yeah,
Yeah.
You're thinking Jawas, yeah.
So like you can't see who they are.
Yeah, the Jawas.
But like I feel like it'd be really really nice if like in my dying moments, laying against the wall.
So you want to get
Like-
R2D2'd to death?
No, I want them to have giant drumsticks and beat me with them
Oh,
until
okay.
I bleed
That's
out.
fair.
But like in my last living moments, they all step back to admire their work and take off their hoods, and it's like Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, Jesus, Kendrick Lamar.
This is
Oh.
so obscure.
Wait, no, but honestly though, Kendrick Lamar could. He's 5'5".
He is, yeah, he's
I'm
Short-
taller
short
than
king.
Kendrick Lamar.
Short king.
Yeah. Honestly though, yeah, getting beaten to death. I would like to. I would only like to get like beaten to death if it was like like a hate group or something, or like and so you could like they're like, how do you feel, stupid? And you could like spit in their face and then they fucking kill you. So you could like be a little.
Yeah.
You'd be a little cheeky in your final
Little cheeky.
moments before you.
How do you
Otherwise
feel,
it'd be
loser?
extremely painful.
Actually, I feel quite nice. I feel quite good.
Not just be like. Bet you won't, pussy.
Bet you
And
won't
then they
do it.
fucking do. Like that seems like it'd be fun.
That doesn't seem too bad.
Aiden, how would you like to die?
Oh yeah.
If you could
If you
control,
can
if
stop
you could
laughing, you could
pull it together,
tell us
buddy.
it. He's probably laughing at his own joke before
I-
he's told it.
I'm still laughing at the image of 5 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Midgets beating the shit out of you.
It's 5 copies of Kendrick Lamar.
I want to get thrown into the WWE fighting ring with
Mm.
Hulk Hogan.
Oh really?
Wait,
you
like
wanna,
old
like-
Hulk Hogan or new Hulk? Like modern day Hulk Hogan?
Like old,
Yeah,
huge Hulk Hogan.
Yeah. Okay, wait. But I feel like it'd be better if like he was talking to you the whole time.
I'm getting there.
Okay.
I want to be thrown in the ring with large, giant, like young Hulk Hogan.
Mm.
And I want him to start making sweet, sweet love to me.
That's not where I thought this was going.
and then,
Me and Drew have like the same face. What the fuck? Are you-
I want him to be very romantic with me.
You want to get dicked down by Hulk fucking Hogan?
I never
I don't
said
really
that.
I don't really like this
that
conversation
you
anymore.
you literally said that.
Now you see, this
That is
conversation
what
was
you
funny.
Said.
Now it's just uncomfortable.
Can I finish what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, whatever.
I don't
go
know
for
if
it.
I want you to finish.
No,
honestly,
I want to get thrown in the ring by Hulk Hogan, and I want him to make love to me.
Yep.
But like when he's going through with it, I want him to like just start beating, like just going hard. like like beating me up. And then
Why are you like this? Whoa. All right then.
I'm drinking a half gallon of chocolate
Oh
milk.
my God, you're almost done with it?
Straight out of the bottle.
You
And,
abomination to
dude,
society.
the burps that gives me are otherworldly.
My God.
Micah, can you do your burp real quick?
He's getting prepped.
1 second. Yeah, just give me 1 second, everybody.
we gotta let him get ready.
Micah's warming up.
All right. It's not that funny. What the fuck?
I laughed, and then I coughed, and then I threw up in my mouth.
Oh, it's disgusting.
I'm laughing at the noise you make before you.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Can you-
He sounded
Okay,
like
so
a frog.
Is it possible?
Is it possible I can get that into the mic?
Yes.
Okay, so just for context here, the way that I make myself burp is like I force air down my throat, and then it
That's
just
the
comes
only
back
thing you
up.
forced down your throat. Sorry.
I don't like you.
Low hanging
So,
fruit. I had to take it.
Aiden, for like the past 2 or 3 years, has found the noise that it makes when I push the air down my throat is very funny. So let me just see if the mic picks it up. Hold on. No, hold on. I gotta get warmed up. Sorry. Fuck. Oh, it hurts. It hurts.
This is a highly intellectual podcast.
Highly intellectual.
It's episode 2 and we're already like poop.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
welcome to our comedy. It's just burping.
I feel like we should have disclaimed in the first episode it's all downhill from here.
Oh, yeah.
Because it really is.
That was the aberration. Like
Yeah.
the rest,
Gosh.
it all just gets worse now.
Mhm.
Anyway, was those all your topics?
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, before we opened this podcast, for those of you who don't know, can I finish?
Yeah, sorry. Go
Oh
ahead.
my God! Can you let me do what I have to
What I
do?
need to do.
Okay, so we listened to, as some of you may know, the Green Day, Fall Out Boy, and Weezer are going on tour in what they're dubbing the Hella Mega Tour. Thank you. And
You need to stop burping.
stop! No, don't
Stop.
get out of my bookshelf.
Sorry.
What are you doing?
All right,
I just
finish.
wanted
Stop
to
Okay,
take the
interrupting.
book.
Hella Mega Tour, Green Day, Weezer, Fall Out Boy.
It's gonna suck.
And to commemorate it, they all dropped 3 new tracks. Well, like, they didn't all drop 3 new tracks. They each dropped 1 new track, and it makes 3 collectively. Anyway, we listened to them before we started this, and now we're going to share our thoughts on them. So if you have not listened to them, pause this podcast and go to whatever you listen to music on, and go listen to them, and then come back.
I mean, if you
don't.
care.
Well, like,
I mean, just.
if you want any of what we say in this next little section to make sense,
All right, can I just be the first to speak at all?
go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh my God, what happened? All right, that's my first thought. Okay,
Amen, brother.
Green Day, what happened? What was 1984?
They got fucking old, dude.
1984. That
Yeah.
was Dookie.
No, 1994.
94.
Yeah.
What,
The year my
84?
parents
Sorry.
graduated.
94. My bad. I meant 94. So
That's a callback. To
Dookie, that
episode
was a
1.
good ass album.
That was
That was a
one
really good
file.
album.
Mhm.
I'm not huge into like punk rock or anything.
That's kind of my field, honestly.
Yeah, that's
And,
that's
yeah.
Drew's
Green Day.
expertise.
I don't want to say Dookie's my favorite album of all time,
Yeah,
but it's definitely
up there.
definitely up
definitely. It's a good album. It's really good.
there. Mhm.
And so thinking about Dookie and the songs on there, and then listening to the Green Day single,
Oh my god.
Oh, it
what
hurt.
what the fuck happened?
It doesn't
What-
even.
how
it,
did-
it sounds
It
like a
does
completely
not.
different band.
Oh,
It
hi,
does.
Kitty.
Oh, is there a kitty?
Hey, Atticus.
Atticus Finch?
Oh,
No,
my God.
yeah. I have 3
Hello?
cats in my house. Their names are Atticus, Linus, and Maggie.
We're all very short attention span.
Atticus
this-
Atticus was my first cat, and we're staring at him right now.
Is this the one
Oh,
with
he's staring at me,
Is
dude.
this the one with the giant shits?
I believe that's Maggie, actually.
Oh.
That's the small one. How'd
No,
she have-
that's Linus. Linus is
Oh,
the small
Linus is
one.
the small one.
Linus is
He
the
looks
small
so
black
scared.
cat. Maggie is the big
We're
black cat.
I think we're
Hello,
we're
kitty.
frightening him. We should. Micah, get back to what
Yeah,
you
we'll
were
just
saying.
let him.
Okay,
We'll let
sorry,
him. We'll let him
sorry.
chill where he is.
We have those Gen Z attention spans.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, yeah, the Green Day song, known called "Father of All," which has one of the worst album covers I've ever seen in my
Yeah.
life, is so bad.
For context, if anyone did not look up the songs, it is the album cover to American Idiot, but it's been like graffitied.
And it has a unicorn barfing on it,
Yeah.
which is so haha Lameo XD funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be cool in 2011.
No, it wouldn't have been cool then.
No, it'd still be cringy then.
Yeah.
It'd still be cringy.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that's like, no matter when,
Shut
no
up.
we
talked
when,
about that last episode.
yeah,
We
no
can't
matter
go back.
when you look at that album cover, it's always going to be bad.
Yeah.
And so will the song because it honestly sounds like they're trying to copy Fall Out Boy, which is one of the
yeah.
saddest things ever.
It sounds like Fall Out Boy's queef.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
know what?
Yeah,
It kind
it
of
does.
does.
Yeah. I think the problem is for me, it led me into a false sense of security because I heard the intro and I was like, this actually sounds like old Green Day.
I know. Yeah, it
actually
did
kind
do
of
that.
sounds like old Green Day. It sounds like something from Dookie. I like this. And then the vocals and everything else came in.
Whew.
So-
which I think dubbing it Fall Out Boy's Grief leads us nicely to the Fall Out Boy song.
Oh, man.
I've already forgotten what it was called. It was so.
It's very forgettable.
I think it was Dear Future Self.
Yes.
Something
Yes.
like that.
That was it.
They,
And
they
it-
only uttered those words once, which
It-
is unusual for Fall Out Boy because usually their choruses are like
Just repeating the
just
title.
repeating the title.
Yeah.
Going down and under your
I
brow.
love how we do the same thing in perfect sync up top.
Even as the little punk rock fan of the group,
We're looking at the waveform.
I showed him the audio spike and the waveform.
even as the punk
That was
rock
crazy.
fan of the group, I don't like Fall Out Boy. I've never
liked Fall Out Boy.
They're way
yeah.
they're pop punk. They're
Yeah,
not
They
rock
are.
I
music.
honestly-
I'm
I-
sorry, they're not rock music.
Fall Out
No.
Boy ruined pop punk because they made it too pop, and then they got big, and then every pop punk band was like, "Oh, we just got to be pop music."
It
And
sounds like
and it doesn't.
dubstep. It sounds like
kind of.
dubstep.
Yeah, so I eternally
Like
hate Fall
Skrillex
Out
had a
Boy.
baby with Green Day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate them forever for what they did to basically the kind of music I listen to.
Yeah, the punk scene.
If you're
like
listening,
what
if you
Slipknot
happen to
did
be
to them.
listening to this, Patrick Stump, fuck
Fuck
you.
you.
Come fight
Fuck
me.
you.
No, like 1-on-1. I will fight I will fight you, Patrick Stump. And I swear to God,
How tall is Patrick Stump?
he seems short.
Yeah, he does give.
Given the
short.
chance, I believe I could take Patrick Stump,
How tall is Patrick Stump?
and I will kill you. I will kill Patrick Stump.
Hey Google.
5'5".
I'm taller
Dude,
than
he and
I'm
Kendrick
2 inches
Lamar are the
tall.
same height.
Kendrick Lamar,
I am
bro.
2 inches taller than Patrick Stump, so I can kill him, and I'm going
Okay.
to.
Is that how that works?
That is how that
Yes.
works.
All right. Yeah. Sure.
That means my dad can kill any other human on this earth.
Except
no,
Shaq
Except Shaq.
Yeah.
But
and Yao Ming.
love Shaq.
Yeah, Ming too.
Yeah. 7'6". Jesus.
That's fucking ridiculous.
But yeah,
He's
the
gonna die soon.
Fall Out Boy song. If you like Fall Out Boy, you'll like Dear Future Self. It sounds like a Fall Out Boy song. Now, if you're a normal human being, you'll hate it.
Who does
Yeah.
it feature, Drew?
Wyclef Jean, is that how you say it?
Wyclef Jean in a Fall Out Boy song.
And
For
a
context,
really
that's a
odd
hip-hop
choice,
artist.
I would
I've
say.
never heard of him, but he's a hip hop artist.
Fits,
apparently.
Wyclef Jean in a Fall Out Boy song fits as much as a Magnum does on me. Moving on.
All right.
Fits like
So
a
we're just
penis
gonna
in a garbage
not-
disposal.
Mm.
All right.
Wait a
and
second.
Weezer. All right.
Weezer.
Boys, I need to talk about Weezer for a second.
Okay. I understand.
This is where we have our most discourse, I believe.
Yes.
I don't like Weezer.
Yeah, that's fair.
I strongly dislike Weezer. Let me tell you why I dislike Weezer. This is why I dislike Weezer.
If you want to destroy my sweater.
That's why I hate Weezer.
Ooh wee oh, I look just like Buddy Holly.
All right.
And you marry. Okay, yeah. I respectfully disagree. I can see why you don't like Weezer. That I personally like their songs. I mean,
I agree.
They're, as I said in the last podcast when mentioning Weezer, they are a three-hit wonder band.
No.
What are the
Yes.
what are the three hits?
Yeah, tell us the 3 hits now.
Sweater, Song,
Mhm.
Buddy Holly, Island in the Sun,
Say It Ain't So.
Say It Ain't
Beverly
So,
Hills.
Beverly Hills.
That's more than 3,
That's well more than
dipshit.
3. You
Can you
idiot.
That's
Count.
2 more. That's 5.
Can you count?
We're not going to talk about how high I can count.
I don't think you can count. Can you count? What is after 5, Aiden? What's
Don't
after,
do this to me.
What's
Okay,
after
anyways.
5?
I feel like the Weezer. I kind of disagree. Nowadays, Weezer, not a fan. But
They
like
suck.
the Weezer Blue album,
Yeah.
we're not gonna talk about Pinkerton. That was bad. But the Green album, even the Red album, honestly, like they're pretty
I don't know.
decent. They're at least passable.
I think it's because too. I was kind of introduced to Weezer at a young age. I heard Buddy Holly at 8, and I was like, I like this song, and it just kind of, I don't know, it just kind of stuck with me, you know.
Oh
And-
yeah, I probably forgot. I should probably say this. For context, any of you who don't listen to Weezer at all, I'm not just forgetting the album names. That's actually what they're called.
Yes.
Like the
Yeah.
Blue album, the Red album, the Green shit like that.
It's like the Beatles' White Album.
Yeah. Except the thing is, that wasn't intentional. The debut is called the Blue album, but it's actually just called Weezer. And then
Yeah.
people were like, "Oh, it's just them in blue background," so they started calling it the Blue
Yeah.
album.
It's what we call a colloquialism.
Colloquialism.
But yeah, I think I honest to God, I know it probably it's not earth shattering. I liked the new Weezer song. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Just it's
I can-
very
I can
it's
feel
very
that.
it's very relaxing to me.
Yeah.
It was like it's a
Relaxing?
yeah. It's a very good song because I've listened to these like for a lot longer than you guys have. 2 whole weeks.
Whoa.
I've listened to them a bit more. It's a very good song for when you're sitting alone in your bedroom with all the lights off.
Mm.
Is what I found.
Yeah. Kind of like Joji.
Yeah, just like a good
I'm
song.
not-
What?
I don't know.
Dude, it opens with tapping on the neck of the guitar that 2 seconds in becomes inconsistent. That's not going from 16th notes to 8th notes. That's being inconsistent. And
Aiden.
that annoyed the shit out of me.
And I don't know what any of that means.
Oh, well,
Okay.
okay. In layman's
do.
terms,
Aiden.
Music Man
Aiden.
didn't do very good job.
Aiden.
It sounds like doo-doo.
Aiden.
I need you to listen, okay? Coming from someone who is a musician and does know what all that means, why does it fucking matter?
Not
It
only
very well
not
could have
only
been-
do I not
listen-
know, I don't particularly care.
It very
It's
well
my
could have
opi-
been a
it's my-
stylistic thing.
You asked for my opinion?
yeah, but
Yeah,
it's
we did.
wrong.
You're gonna fucking
Yeah, but your opinion's stupid.
Yeah, I don't like it. What is that noise? That's
Satan?
a drill.
Oh.
My father is working in the basement currently.
I
That's
thought
your
you-
mom
We can
getting
hear
drilled.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say that. That's my father drilling my mom. I was like,
God.
oh, no.
God, everything you
Such a good
say.
joke.
It's so
Honestly, with
funny.
all the Joe Mama jokes I've been making, I just
My
like
God.
that
You
one.
just stop.
One trick
I
pony.
cannot.
You
I've
only
tried.
know Joe Mama.
It is my
okay,
one
I was
joke.
I was in here getting Mike set up, and Aiden walks in the door, and the first thing Drew says is, "Don't ask who Joe is." Well, boy,
I didn't even say anything. There it is. I burped, guys.
I'm
I did it.
I'm
this
proud
is
of you.
comedy.
But
this
yeah.
is comedy right here.
But yeah,
This is it.
getting back on track. How would you guys rank them? Like
Fall Out
what-
Boy at
like
the bottom.
1, 2, 3.
Weezer's at the top.
I agree.
Okay, so you go Weezer.
We probably have the same.
Fall Out Boy is second. Green
What
Day is
the fuck?
Green Day is
I,
at the bottom.
Really?
I agree with Aiden.
Green Day is at
Really?
the
Think
bottom,
about it
dude.
like this.
Wow.
At least the Fall Out Boy song
Is true to,
to
Fall Out Boy.
Boy fans would be a good song.
Yeah.
The Green Day song pleases nobody.
yeah.
Yeah, it's not.
I mean, it pleases
yeah.
Fall Out Boy fans.
No, I don't think it's even good enough to do
Yeah,
that.
it-
Like, I think even a Fall Out Boy fan would listen to that, and be like, this is a cheap imitation of Fall Out Boy. I'm gonna go listen to Sugar We're Going Down because I think that's a good song.
Well, I see where you're
Give me
coming
shivers.
from. Good point.
But yeah, I definitely I agree.
Oh,
It
saying,
goes
saying that out loud gave you the shivers.
yeah.
This whole conversation for me has been really uncomfortable because I try not to give my my thoughts on any music unless I've listened to it a lot, and I had
That
one
makes
listen through
sense.
of each of these songs.
Well, this is just
But-
kind of like an off the cuff reaction.
Yeah, like off
thing.
the cuff, immediate reaction. I feel that.
What? Okay, we're gonna go around. We're gonna try and make this brief because I know you and I are gonna want to talk about this a lot.
Oh.
We're gonna go around and each say our favorite album of all time.
Ooh.
Now, yeah, I know.
Aiden, you cannot do that to me.
Think about it. Well, just whatever's off the top of your head.
Spider-Man 2002 movie soundtrack.
Oh, that's a good one.
And they say that a hero can save us. I'm not going to stand here and wait. Anyway,
Oh my god, the waveform went crazy. Everyone, I just want to apologize. That was probably loud as hell. I will try and edit that in post to make it
Yeah.
not as loud. I'm so
Rip
sorry.
earbud users.
Yeah.
Like, ooh, you're
Probably
gone.
like everybody.
Drew, what is your favorite album?
That's it.
What?
That's it.
The thing,
the answer.
the problem is, I have never been one to really listen to albums.
Oh,
I-
fuck you. I hate people
Yeah,
like you.
yeah.
I hate people
okay,
like you
I
so
know.
much.
I take the songs I like, I
Gen
put them on a
Z.
playlist, and I listen to those.
That's what you sound like.
But I'm gonna go with the first album I no.
Pass the jug.
Shut up.
Whoa, hey, whoa.
Aiden.
Can't say that on air.
It was me this episode.
Where did you learn this
Not
lesson?
not only do you like have you both dropped that word. It's also always been about me, which I really
Yeah.
don't appreciate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll bleep it out.
But
It's okay.
the first, this is the dumbest answer.
You guys can guess in the comments what the word that Mike and I have been saying is.
I think
But
it's pretty obvious.
the first, one of the, my
hey,
first,
I'm gonna bleep that out too. You can't say that.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
People get offended
yeah,
by that.
my first love before I found punk rock was hair metal.
Okay.
All
right.
right, I'm on board.
So you're talking like
So-
Poison,
I'm on board.
that
Yeah.
kind of shit.
Def Leppard.
Def
Def
Leppard.
Leppard,
I'm
yeah.
getting, yeah.
Really?
Def Leppard was my favorite band. It was 8-year-old me's favorite band.
Wow.
That's,
So-
Def Leppard is the reason I lost the 4th grade.
I cannot fucking
spelling bee.
stand Def Leppard.
It is. I'll tell that story in a
You
second because
stupid.
it applies.
Anyway, the first, so for Christmas, 8-year-old me wanted Hysteria CD.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
And I still have it upstairs.
Wow, that's awesome.
So I'm going to say,
Alright.
considering it's really the only album I've ever like owned that's been like mine, and I mean it honestly is full of bops. Hysteria by Def Leppard is my favorite album.
Fuck.
Fuck
What?
off.
What just happened? What just happened? All right. Good.
So yeah, that's my favorite. Def Leppard Hysteria.
Micah? Oh,
Yeah,
do
you
you
go
want to go
next.
clockwise?
Well,
You go
I
next.
think it makes more sense.
Okay. My favorite album, I think of all time. I've given this a lot of thought. We can go longer.
Oh, we can.
It's the
I'm just saying, like,
21st.
But I mean, we also, should probably adhere to like
Yeah,
about now.
About now.
We have titled
go ahead,
this
go ahead.
the 20-minute power hour. We have
Wow.
titled this.
That's taken, unfortunately.
I know.
There it
Sadly,
is.
that's good fucking. Anyways, sorry. Go ahead.
My favorite album of all time is an album.
The end.
Is Inner Visions by Stevie Wonder.
You know what? I respect
That is my favorite
It's a
album
good-ass
of all time.
album.
And if you have not listened to that album, no matter what kind of music you like, there is something on that album for you to enjoy.
Yeah.
And that being said, the album still stays consistent. Now, if an
Yeah.
album is able to stay consistent while still having something for everybody and just overall sounding so good, that's a good one. That's a keeper.
You're not gonna like this.
What?
Never listen to it.
That's okay.
It's not one of it's not like Songs in the Key of
Yeah,
Life.
it's not-
It's not Stevie Wonder's like most critically acclaimed album.
And either way, like, it's not even mainstream music. People know who Stevie Wonder is, obviously.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
haha,
Duh.
blind piano man. But not everyone like regularly listens to
no
his
one,
music.
not a lot of people. The only
How lucky you are.
all right.
That's a little
That
inside
is an
joke.
inside joke that
Anyways.
nobody
But-
will get.
But I couldn't resist.
Anyway,
Should we tell that story? Can I tell it? real
no.
quick? It's really
Can
cool.
I answer what my favorite album is first, though?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
I want to tell my Def Leppard
Okay.
stupid ass story.
So, Aiden, like I said, you can't make me do this. So I'm gonna give, like, for the major genres.
No, that's too much.
Hey, it's only like 3.
2.
It's only 3.
Okay.
Okay. So,
Make them brief though.
Actually, it's just 2. I was gonna say "Veteran" by JPEG Mafia, but I don't listen to
Alright.
hip hop enough to really warrant that. I love that album though. Favorite album of all time, period. Not only because of the actual music that's on it, but because
Stop
of
breaking shit.
all right.
Make me. It's my house.
Not only because of the music that's on it, but because of like the backstory for it for me. Super Unknown by Soundgarden.
Oh.
Not only is that a great album, I also fucking like grew up with all
I
gr-
wasn't
with
expecting
like
that,
with
but
like
I'm
all
very
grunge
happy.
music. So I would say that kind of
Yeah.
encompasses.
I feel like Soundgarden honestly is kind of always like, for I don't want to say forgotten, but it's kind of like the
they're kind of forgotten.
yeah the other
Oh, man.
yeah they're kind of like
Come together with your hands, save me.
I feel like they're kind of always relegated to like the other grunge band.
Yeah.
because you know they're
sucks because they're
yeah.
like the best.
I
one
know
of my favorites,
but you know
yeah.
because like everyone knows Nirvana, everyone knows Pearl Jam.
Pro Jam is going on tour too.
Oh, yeah, they
Are they?
Yeah.
Did not know that.
My mom was gonna see them like, because that's her bucket list show.
Yeah. Pearl
Uh,
Jam.
Yeah,
I respect
dude,
that.
she's a huge fan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then so, I don't know. Yeah, I feel like nowadays Soundgarden kind of gets forgotten, but they were right there with the grunge revolution, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
But
Honestly,
yeah,
I was thinking about this the other day. If Nirvana, okay, so I don't know. I'm a big Nirvana dweeb, so maybe not everyone knows this, but Nirvana almost was not a band.
Oh yeah.
They almost did not even.
oh, someone told me last
exist.
night you look like Kurt Cobain, so take that how you will.
You know, if I had a fucking nickel for every time I heard that shit, oh
I don't
want to
name any names.
Yeah.
But-
Really?
Yeah, I
Well-
didn't name any names though, so
I will.
don't.
What? Well, anyway,
That's more work for Micah. He has to
Yeah.
bleep it out.
We have all agreed to not name drop
Okay.
anyone without
Yeah.
consent,
Okay.
and so we're not going to.
We can give shout outs at the end. We have a couple people to give shout outs to, Drew.
We do.
Yes, we do.
Oh, do
Micah,
we?
Go on.
They better have paid
So-
for it. I don't do nothing
Pay
for
us,
free.
motherfuckers.
Wow. Okay. And so I don't even remember what I was talking about. You guys have interrupted me so much. Wow.
Favorite album, and you named the Soundgarden one,
Mhm.
and then you had another one.
Yeah, Nirvana like almost did not exist,
Yes.
and
that's a
so
yes.
the music that they created almost by extension didn't exist, of course. And so I was thinking about this: if Nirvana had not formed, if Kurt Cobain had decided he did not want to be a music artist in the like in grunge, would the grunge era have existed? And if so, who would have brought forth the grunge revolution?
It totally would have. It would have existed. It totally would have existed.
I agree
Yeah.
it would exist, but
It-
who
it may
who
not
would
have
have been
been-
the one to then bring it?
I
to
think it would have
mainstream?
existed. It may not have been as mainstream
Yeah.
Yes. That
for like
definitely.
yeah.
I guess
you
what
know.
I should say is the grunge revolution on the same scale. Would that have existed?
I feel like we would have kind of gotten a mini grunge revolution.
Because Nirvana is what got a lot of people into,
Into
grunge
grunge
in the
music.
first place, and then that's how they discovered
your Pearl
Pearl
Jams
Jam,
and your
Soundgarden.
Soundgardens.
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
fucking, I don't know.
9 Inch Nails.
That,
Do they
They
count?
were 2000s.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like,
They were.
I'm like thinking, do they
They
count?
were a weird band, dude.
They were new
No.
grunge in
Yeah.
U, like not new
Mm,
NEW,
okay.
like in U.
Like Linkin Park was new metal.
Yeah, new metal is probably the worst genre of music I've ever heard, and I want to burn every new metal band. I mean, like the people, like burn them at the
Eight-year-old
stake.
me was a big Linkin Park fan, y'all.
Moving on.
Oh, I know.
So,
Sixth grade, you was
Still
a
have a
big
shirt.
we agreed that I could have 2 albums. So my other one is a really, really pretty album, actually.
Purdy.
A really pretty album. It's very out of their normal, I guess, discography. It's Damnation by Opeth. It's a really, really pretty album.
Nobody's gonna know what he's talking about.
Oh, I know.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Just
Opeth
nod
is
and
a
smile.
is a black metal band in Sweden. They've been around since like the 80s or so. And Damnation is like very out of everything they've ever done. It's not black
Yeah.
metal at all. It's almost this weird jazzy kind of soft rock. It's fucking sick. I love it. But yeah, Blackwater Park also by Opeth. Gonna have to be another favorite. I'm just gonna fucking hell. Flesh God Apocalypse. King by Flesh God Apocalypse. That's a good ass album.
I was about to say something, but then I realized it would.
Vobiscum Satanas by
Don't summon
Dark Funeral.
shit. Don't summon shit. In
This
Drew.
sounds
That's a
like
really,
some
really good one.
Dungeons and Dragons fucking monster.
Oh, Vobiscum Satanas is Latin. I don't know what it means. I'm assuming it's like.
Not the Vulvus Thomas.
But either way, that's a really good album.
I want to tell my how Def Leppard
Oh,
caused me
please
to lose
do.
the
Cost,
fourth
cost
grade
you the
spelling
fourth
bee.
grade spelling bee.
Tell us.
Listen,
We're listening.
Yeah.
I was in fourth grade, and
Oh.
I.
Yep. Good story.
You were?
Okay, wait. A couple days ago, I think I was talking to. Anytime Aiden starts a story out
Okay.
with I was in any grade that was in elementary school, the story is gonna be great. It's gonna be fucking hilarious.
This
Yeah,
this
yeah,
one
well-
isn't a crazy one. It's just kind of like, wow, I'm stupid.
Well, I mean, there's plenty of stories.
There's
with that.
plenty, yeah. I had been. I wanted to get in the spelling bee, and to get in the spelling bee, you had to beat all of your other classmates
And
in-
prove that you could spell.
in spelling, and you had to prove that you
Yeah.
could spell. And at the end, if you won, and so it was like a mini classroom spelling bee, and if you won, well, two people would win, and the runner-up would be like the first place's understudy. So like if that person were sick that day or whatever, the runner-up would go in. I won, and I wasn't sick. I wasn't going to miss that day. That day was very important to me because I wanted to prove my intellect.
Imagine being a dork and caring about the
Yeah.
spelling bee.
Listen,
Fourth
Imagine
grade, you
feeling
was
the
a
need to prove
fucking
that you're smart.
dweeb.
a dork.
Imagine feeling the need to prove that you have intellect. Imagine.
When you're
Imagine
you're a kid,
having your dick
when you're
be
a kid,
so
you want to
small.
validate yourself with things like that. Anyway,
We just insulted fourth grade used dick size.
Yeah.
You didn't even notice.
Yeah, I didn't even catch it.
dude,
don't.
we need to
I
stop
don't know what
talking
you're gonna
about my
say.
penis.
Stop.
This,
Oh, but it's my favorite topic.
Whoa,
wait,
whoa,
oh, I had a
wait.
dream about my penis. Back on topic.
Okay.
Back on topic. Back on topic. I was in spelling bee and I got up on stage.
I can already tell where the story's going.
I got up on stage and I was
Shit.
I was
we were there.
I was I was going through it and I was doing really well. There were a couple of fifth graders that went out before me.
Wow.
I made it to round 7.
Imagine feeling the need to prove fourth grade use
Can
intellect
you
on
stop?
a fucking podcast.
Can you stop?
All the way to
Sorry.
round 7.
Sorry.
You're so smart, Aiden.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. This will definitely get you women.
Oh, too far. Too
I
far.
love you.
Joke's on you.
Hey.
I get up at the beginning of round 8. Mr. We won't go we won't go in depth
I'm
about
bleeping
him.
that out.
Mr. Mafio has
My
been
God.
canceled.
Okay, yes. Oh, he has. That's a local cancel.
That's a local
Um,
cancel. Yeah, that's
Eh,
true.
okay, do we have to bleep him out though?
Yes.
I think we should.
I
'Cause-
think
because the-
for
because-
future
okay,
reference,
it
every
was-
single name.
It was the
Yeah.
Well, now,
okay.
I'm bleeping that out too.
God, Aiden.
Okay.
You're just giving me more work.
It doesn't matter who it is.
Okay. The administrator goes, and your word is deaf. And I thought to myself, oh, dude, this is easy.
Like Def Leppard.
Oh my God, deaf? This is round 8. You should be giving me words like psychoanalyze. I don't know, that's off the top of my head.
How do you spell psychoanalyze?
P.S.
Shut the fuck up.
Since you're so smart, you made it around 7.
P.S.
Your
Grade
name
selling
is
bee.
P.S.Y.C.H.O.A.N.A.L.Y.Z.E.
Aiden.
If somebody in the comments could
All
check
right,
my
Aiden.
spelling,
Aiden, I already knew how to spell it. I was
put your
joking
middle
with you.
finger down. You were flipping me the bird. And I
All
don't
right,
even think
Aiden,
you
your
realized.
word
Trying
is
to.
little pig boy. any SNL fans out there will get that one.
Oh Lord.
He says your word is deaf,
Okay.
and I get up to the mic, and I go, deaf, D-E-F, deaf.
You idiot.
Ooh, we got a dummy in here.
And the crowd goes wild. Aiden spelled it correctly. No, I didn't spell it correctly. Deaf is D-E-A-F, and Def Leppard spells their name like D-E-F.
I think I remember seeing you do that because
I think so.
I remember.
You guys were in the audience.
Yeah,
I
we
have a
were.
distinct memory of Aiden at the spelling bee,
Fuck.
spelling a word wrong, and just like you see it on his face
was
immediately,
so-
where he goes, "Ugh."
They spelt
Yeah.
it that way because of Led Zeppelin. They were like, let's shorten the first word.
Are you really blaming
No,
Def
no, no.
Leppard?
I am
No,
blaming
no, no.
Def
Okay, well,
Leppard.
that's different because Led Zeppelin
Yeah, for-
misspelled their name so that in the future people wouldn't say
Lead
it's
Zeppelin.
Lead Zeppelin.
Yeah.
You wouldn't say Deep
Def-
Leopard.
Yes.
Def Leppard.
That's not a word.
Well, now Def Leppard isn't taken, so that can be us.
That's true.
Def Leppard.
We
ours
Def
now.
Leppard.
Def. I think Steel Panther already stole that.
Deep Queef.
Def Leopard. No.
I-
Right.
then.
Do you guys have any other stories that you'd like to tell pertaining
Can I
to
tell-
stupid elementary school?
Oh,
To a spouse
man.
story. Oh,
I don't
can
remember
I
elementary
do
school, so
have
I don't
one
know.
story.
Ooh.
So, my mother was a teacher at our elementary school. She taught
She
the
was.
fifth
True.
grade.
She's the reason I learned how to read, because my daddy would not teach me.
You were in 5th grade when you had her as a teacher. 5th grade, Aiden.
And?
Yeah.
She's a good teacher, though.
So wait, you got to round 7 of your spelling bee in 4th grade, and then learned to read in 5th grade.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
Whatever, man. Anyway, so we basically the classes were very obviously divided. So we had, this is probably very mean to say, but we had 3 smart classes and 2 dumb classes.
Pretty much.
That's still how it is.
I know.
That's still how that works.
That
Yeah.
persists.
Because I mean, how dare the smart kids be anywhere near the filth, right?
Ah,
So
Keep 'em out.
we had one kid in the dumb classes.
You're telling this story?
Yes,
Oh,
I
yes.
am. And he
yeah. I know
every
it.
day,
Oh, man.
every day, according to my mother, he shat himself.
Oh, very nice.
He shat in his pants every
day.
single day. My mother knew this because every day she smelt it in her class.
Oh, yeah.
But-
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
You
Sorry,
Once-
that did tell me
smell
the
Yeah.
name.
that.
But one fine day,
Oh, dear.
I was coming out of our second period class with my mother. Now, I was not
No, you
in a
didn't.
class with this student, but what I had noticed, they were keeping us from the bathroom.
Oh, no.
Why? Why, oh why,
Dear God.
would they keep us from the 5th grader bathrooms? Why were they sending us all the way down to the 3rd grade bathrooms if we needed to go? I would later find out it was because our little friend here had taken his feces and smeared it all over the bathroom,
That was him?
That was
all
oh my
over
God.
the 5th grade bathroom.
Wait. Was it also him that, like, put the sweatshirt in the toilet?
No.
No,
Can I tell
no.
that story?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
But yeah, go ahead.
Because I remember, like, having to stay back after an
Oh.
assembly. They were like, boys, I need you to stay.
Yeah,
Who the hell put a
I have-
sweatshirt in the toilet?
I
Who
have,
did it?
I have
What in the goddamn hell?
And then because the administration there was so white, they saw that he tied a Coke can to a roll of toilet paper and then threw it over the stall, and they were like, "It's a gang
It's a
sign.
gang sign.
It's a gang
no.
sign."
I have insider information on this one. I know.
Really?
I know.
Okay.
I'll let Aiden tell the story, but
Okay,
I know who did it.
some insider info.
I-
Oh, do you?
Hmm.
Elementary school.
Yeah,
Elementary school
yeah.
was the best time.
Especially fifth grade was wild,
Fifth grade
dude.
was wild.
It was. Oh my God. It was,
Ooh, 5th grade was crazy.
Anyway, there were many characters in our elementary school, and one of them was a child who seemed a bit troubled at times.
Little bit.
I think we can all agree. He tended to have some anger issues.
when he
There-
got out in fourth grade, he would yell and then ask to take
Oh,
a vote
yeah.
if he was out.
So, no, guys, come on, let's take a vote. Okay, all in favor of me being out, raise your hand.
Literally, everyone was like, "Dude, you
Get
fucking
out.
leave."
You're done. You suck.
And then he was like, "Yeah, well, I'm king, so I
Can we say his
overruled."
name?
No.
No,
No.
but in 1st grade, he told me he survived a cobra bite, which was really epic.
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
I remember he shoved me one time.
Oh wow.
He was kind of a dick.
He was a dick. He was.
You know who you are.
You know who
No.
you are.
Who you-
I hope he finds this.
One
We're
day,
coming for
one
you.
day, towards the end of this school hours, everybody had an assembly.
Oh yeah.
Now we were very confused as to why they were hosting a pretty impromptu assembly for
No,
the
no,
fifth
no, no, no,
graders.
no. The assembly was like, it was actually, they talked about something, and then they held the boys.
They were
behind.
talking. They were talking about like discipline and stuff.
Were they?
Yes. And,
Okay.
And then like a general discipline.
Okay.
And then they sent the girls out.
Yeah.
Girls, can you go out in the hall for a second? I need to speak to the boys.
No, this was a Miss Thomas. Is that her name?
That's right.
Can we say that?
Yes.
She was the principal
She was a
of an
principal.
elementary school.
She was a principal.
She's a
Of course you
public
can tell her.
figure.
She's a public
Yeah,
figure.
absolute unit. Okay.
We had been we'd been held back from going back to our classes, and Miss Thomas, our principal, begins talking about an incident that occurred in the 5th grade bathrooms. Not
A separate incident.
separate
from
incident.
the feces
Yeah, not
smearing.
that. This doesn't involve shit.
Not entirely,
Not entirely.
or not directly.
Yes. The teachers had caught wind. That hat caught wind.
Ah, very funny. You're so funny.
They had caught wind that somebody had shoved a very expensive high-end Nike hoodie
It was Under
in the
Armour.
toilet.
It was
Under
Under
Armour?
Armour.
Big fucking deal.
Yeah,
Get your facts straight. We're
It was
gonna
expensive.
get fact checked by the Washington Post.
Yeah.
We've already
Nike's
we're gonna
gonna
score
sue
3
us.
Pinocchios. Three
Oh, that-
Pinoc-
yeah.
We're gonna
Oh.
get 3 Pinocchios out of 5.
Good joke. And we all start nervously looking at each other. This kid had shoved another kid's sweatshirt in a toilet.
It wasn't just like, oh, he laid it on top. I mean, like inside.
He shoved it in the toilet hole.
Which meant that he had to put his hand
Yeah.
in the
and, like,
toilet.
The thing is, like,
Gross toilet water.
Yeah.
Just because he wanted to shove this hoodie as far down as he could get it.
yeah, he took the time to actually get it in the piping. So, like, what the boy?
King.
Why? What would prompt somebody to shove somebody else's sweater in the toilet?
If you want to destroy my sweater,
Shut
put it in the 5th grade toilet.
Stop.
Watch it flush down. It will be in the piping. In the piping. In the piping. It has been flushed.
Drew, red bubble. That was loud as hell. Look at the waveform. Look at what you've done. Look at what you've done to the waveform.
This episode is so immature.
It's so terrible.
This is horrible. This is the worst. We're like interrupting each other and like, duh, duh.
Fuck you.
Oh Lord. This is a good time. But I have another story. Micah, I don't know if you remember this.
Shut the fuck up. Oh my
You
god.
fucking asshole.
You.
So, we were all 3 of us, I would say, contrary to popular belief, we are considered smart students. We are in the smart boy programs throughout our life.
People claim that we're smart.
Yeah.
So we were in the search
People tell us
program
that.
in elementary school. And search program was basically smart kid prison.
Yeah.
Every Monday,
Sucked
you had to
ass.
go
So
to this
terrible.
teacher we called the devil. And we had to go to her room.
See, we're talking bad about her, so don't name drop.
Yes.
That's why I just said I'll refer to her now as the devil.
Satan.
And where we do projects.
El Diablo.
We do projects
El
in
Tío.
That would be La Diablo. Go
Fuck.
on, Drew.
we did our projects in complete silence.
Yeah.
We no collaborative work.
No.
It was all just like we were in 5th grade. We weren't listening to music or anything, and she probably wouldn't have let us.
No.
So we were in complete silence working on this super hard stuff.
It was awful.
It was horrible. But we were offered brief respite when we'd have a bathroom break. And Micah, I don't know if you remember this. We were heading to the boys' bathroom, walked into the 5th grade bathroom because this teacher's room was that was the closest bathroom. There was a dude.
Wasn't he like standing 3 feet back?
He was
from the-
standing.
Yeah.
So the way the
Yeah.
bathroom is designed,
Yeah.
there's a urinal on one end
For those of
and
you
just
who've never
a
been
wall
in a
on the
men's
other end.
bathroom before,
Yeah, there's a urinal on one end, a wall on the other end. This dude was up against the wall. His pee was making a huge
He was
arc
like,
and going into the dark.
he was
And
as
we,
far
like,
back as he could get.
We walked in as he finished,
Yeah.
and he just zipped it up and walked away. He didn't wash his hands or
As if
anything.
nothing happened.
God,
And it was
okay.
just, we both died.
Yeah.
It was just one of those like once in a lifetime. You're never gonna see something
Those
that
things
stupid again.
Are so funny, because like, he was in there just thinking like, I wonder how far I can get back.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
And we weren't fifth graders at the time, so we had no idea who this kid was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean that's just everything went down in the fifth grade bathroom.
Oh, okay. There was one thing that we did. We would the sinks had very high water pressure.
Oh,
and so
yeah.
we'd like push our hand.
Oh, yeah.
We push our hands up against them so they'd spray all over the damn bathroom.
Yeah.
And the water would get on the floor, and then we'd slide across the floor because
I never did this.
No,
Never
I'm
did.
so
What?
confused. Aiden, what the fuck are you talking about?
Aiden, this sounds like
I
a
did this-
you thing.
This is just you.
I did this with the bougie ass motherfuckers. I did this with the Russian kid.
Oh
I did
yeah,
this-
yeah.
That sounds so weird.
I don't remember. What is his name?
We can't.
He asked what his name was.
I was gonna. I meant like
We'll-
say it
We'll
off
have to
the
bleep.
mic.
We'll have to
but
bleep
I'll
that
bleep
out.
it out.
Yeah.
No one knows who is.
Shut the
No,
fuck
stop
up.
saying it.
You're making more work for me again.
I have to
God.
bleep that out.
I do.
Yes.
But I do.
What if he finds this?
I hope he finds it.
No. What if he doesn't want people knowing that he
Yeah.
sprayed water on the
That's-
floor to turn the
that's not a big
fifth grade
deal.
bathroom into a slip and slide?
I did this with the Russian kid.
Unless you're gonna go get his consent.
He are-
Shut up. Okay, we're bleeping it out.
Okay,
Move
I
on.
did this. I did that with the Russian kid. I did that because I walked into like the sporty kids doing it because they were like,
Ew.
"Dude, what if we put water on the bathroom? Would it act like we were healing on it?" And so I walked in on them doing it, and I was like, the weird chubby kid.
Oh man.
So I was like, I want to put water on the floor. You guys know the show Clarence?
Yeah.
That was me in
Oh.
elementary school.
Honestly, yeah.
Hi guys. Clarence.
Gosh,
Pretty much was.
Guys, I'm Clarence. Please.
that was a good ass show.
Stop beating me.
I
It's
fucking
okay.
love that. My mom loves that show.
The
Really?
creator
Yes.
was convicted for sexual assault
That's
God
also true.
Damn it! Why is it all the time?
I don't know.
because when a guy, for some famous people,
Can I-
just
can I
because
talk
you can
about-
do it,
can I
you
talk
feel
about-
invincible. They
can I-
feel invincible.
No, I want to tell a search story.
Can I? Okay, go ahead.
All right.
Wait,
so
I think you tell your search story, Aiden. You wanted to do some shout outs, and then we'll wrap
Yes.
this up.
yeah, sounds
Wait,
good.
and then I'll wrap that.
So, 5th grade. The search program was hell. All right? I know a lot of people from other elementary schools are like, I miss search, and I totally get that.
Fuck.
Not us. We went to Spouts Springs Elementary School. It sucked. It was terrible.
Except Miss
And
Sharpier. We love you,
Miss
Miss
Sharpier, we fucking love
We're not
Yeah.
bleeping out that name.
No.
We love her.
No.
We got to send some love her way.
So we're talking positive about it.
She hated
Miss Sharpier
hated
was-
our class, like our
Oh, yeah.
grade.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But I think she liked us, so it's all right.
She really
She loved us.
She loved
yeah.
me and Aiden.
Oh yeah.
Not to flex or anything, but I mean like come
Weird,
on. Anyways,
weird
so
flex, but okay.
in search, you would walk in the morning and you would get this sheet. And I don't remember exactly what was on the sheet. I remember it was
Math.
a warm up.
Math.
It was
Math.
like
It was math.
It was like one-
And I was bad at math.
I think it wasn't it one per subject, like a section per
no,
subject. It was all math.
all math,
Oh.
and I could never finish it
Okay.
because I'm bad at math.
Well, anyways, there was a warm up. There was a section at the top of the sheet.
I'm down, Jubei.
It was a double-sided sheet, and at the very top of the front page was a warm-up, and she would put a warm-up on the board every day, or every Monday. We went in once a week, and so the warm-up in this particular day is what is plot. Pretty simple question. My little 5th grade brain does a little thing and goes, "Psh, easy, I know what that is, and I accidentally put down the definition for setting instead of plot, and so.
Which is a mistake to make in
Yeah,
5th grade.
it's I switched them up. I knew
Your
what they
fifth-
were.
Your,
I just
fifth-
switched
your
them up for
fifth
this
grader
one.
brain is running on overdrive already.
It was.
You know.
It was, and so she would. You do your math sheet, and then at the end of the day, you would go and she would check your warm up, and so I walked up and showed her my answer, and she was like, "No, that's setting. I'm fucking telling Miss Ray that you didn't know what plot was."
She narked on you to my mom.
She didn't. She threatened to.
She threatened to
was
narc
like-
on you to my mom.
Yeah, because I put the answer wrong one time. And so I put down, I was like, the plot is where the story takes place, or whatever the fuck. And I took it up, and she was like, I am telling Miss Ray.
How
that you
dare
did not-
you get an answer wrong?
How dare you make an honest mistake?
Now perish.
Burn at the stake, all right? You're going to die. Yeah,
sucks.
search was awful. Anyways,
Okay.
shout-outs.
Drew, you do have someone to shout out.
I do?
Yes, you do. You have someone to shout out, and you know who I'm talking about.
Oh, well, I don't have
Do it.
to. But
Do it.
Aiden, go ahead. You start with yours since you said you had multiple.
Okay.
No,
Are these-
I just have two.
Are
We'll
these
say
pe-
them. Go ahead.
Yeah. Are these the people who have like talked about us about like coming on or?
No, I want to.
We have a long list of those, honestly. Just
Y'all
quick
y'all
side note.
hoes are lining up like.
Yeah.
I mean-
We're going to wait a little while to establish ourselves more as a
Yeah.
podcast.
Yeah, definitely.
Before we
Okay,
bring
but-
guests on, but we do plan to bring guests
Yes.
on.
At some point, yeah. But only if you're entertaining, and if you're not, I mean,
Yeah.
you can fuck off.
Fuck off.
Good point.
First shout out we'd like to make is to.
If you're about to say some dumb shit.
No,
I
I'm
swear
gonna-
to
I'm-
God.
I feel like this is genuine.
No, this is
I
genuine.
can't tell. 'cause
Let
he's,
him
he's
speak.
laughing.
The first shout out I would like to make
Oh.
is to X.
Oh, yeah, X.
XXX to dust,
Shut
your
the
rest
fuck
in
up.
peace,
Oh my
man. I'm
God.
sorry, I couldn't help myself.
And
Mr. X. Yeah.
no, were you gonna say something?
That's it. Just Mr. X.
Mr.
What's
X.
up? What's up, man?
All right, cool.
I don't know who you are, but you seem cool.
Next shout out is to Adrian.
Don't shout him out. He does not deserve
No.
it.
Next shout out is to Adrian.
I'm kidding, Adrian.
You're
letting
only
us-
shouting him out because he commented
Yeah, 'cause they
Team
commented.
Aiden.
That's the only reason.
Okay, Adrian, I don't know what in the hell you were talking about when you left that comment.
Also, your profile picture is a picture of Obama with large tits. So I don't like
You
it.
have the worst account I've ever
Yeah.
seen on YouTube.
Yeah.
Honestly, go die.
We're shouting you
Yeah.
out because we're saying fuck you.
Exactly.
This is an anti shout out.
You know, maybe I should bleep his name out now since we're
No.
just insulting him.
No,
he
it-
doesn't. He's
it's
fine.
Adrian.
He's
Come
fine.
on.
Whatever.
He's fine.
Anyways.
We're gonna get called out on the next episode of Bra Moment.
Oh.
That's
good
right.
point. Oh well.
Our rivals.
Guys, I think we might hit 200 views live.
Okay.
Really?
I think we might hit 200.
I mean,
We're at
honestly,
199 right now.
honestly, you know, we have mad respect for fellow podcasters.
Yes,
yeah.
we do.
Yeah, you guys keep doing what you're doing. If
'Cause-
it makes you happy, you know what? Don't let anyone tell
And-
you
For a
not
moment,
to do
keep it up, fellas.
Yeah.
And
You fellas seem to be having a good time.
Yeah,
and
you
I
have
can
fun.
respect that.
I respect that.
and shit's a little bit difficult sometimes.
Crush it.
Should we shout out the last comment
Um,
since there's one more?
Go
Well,
ahead.
I-
Go ahead,
I-
Drew.
No, you go ahead and do it since you're doing the comment shout outs.
All right, so since we're just gonna do comment shoutouts, I don't remember the actual. Here, just give me the phone.
Comment a funny thing or your favorite part of the
Uh,
podcast to get shouted out on the next episode.
Grunge Granddad says, "I love this."
Thank you, Grunge
Pretty sh-
Granddad.
Is that Celeste?
I think.
I can't tell from. It's either Celeste or Trinity. I can't
Yeah,
tell by the profile. But either way,
neither can I.
thank you for the wonderful comment.
Yes.
Whichever one of you thought that.
Drew.
Cool.
Cool, man. Thank
Drew,
you.
one more shout out.
I was asked by this person to talk about them. So Kaya, if you're listening, I talked about you. Get off my ass about it.
There you
Thank
go.
Get off
you.
his ass about
Get
it.
off his ass
Yeah.
about it.
I hope you liked your sweatband.
We're never talking
Okay,
about
I'm
you
done
again.
now.
Yep.
Also, sweatbands are really cool, just so you guys know.
All right, so thank you for tuning in to this episode
Yes.
of the Happy Pappy Variety Hour. We hope you enjoyed. Aiden, do you have something to say?
I'd like to say thank you to everybody again. God damn, I really want to hit 200.
We have hit 199 viewers.
Yeah.
Just know that by
which
the
is
time
which
we
is so crazy to me. Like,
Yeah.
because that's in the
We
scope
don't
of,
know 199
We
people.
do not know
we don't
199
we don't know
people.
this many people.
collectively we know about
Yeah.
10.
And in the grand scheme,
We like about 2.
yes.
Well.
In the grand scheme of YouTube, that's whatever. But like, we're just 3 dudes who felt like doing this, and then getting like 200 views on something like
It's
this.
pretty epic.
It's pretty cool.
It's truly wonderful to be able to do something for yourself and have
while
so
still
and,
entertaining
and have
other
so many people
Yeah.
be like, I like this. And we've gotten so many people that have come up to us and have been like, that was hilarious. I loved
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, and though this podcast was not as calm or uniform as the last
As the
one.
last
We
episode.
apologize.
Yeah.
Um,
But I think that, that adds the charm a little bit.
That's
Yeah,
the charm.
maybe.
Next episode will hopefully be better.
Yes,
Yeah.
and sometime, if you guys can recognize the static, I would like to address that we will be fixing that as soon as possible because we are going to get a new mixer.
Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna take a picture of the mixer, add it to the video,
Yeah.
so people can understand why it's so shit.
If you guys want to send us money
Send
to get
money.
a new mixer,
Don't do that. Do not donate.
No.
Yes, donate,
if
please.
you,
Oh my God,
if you,
no.
Okay, don't feel obligated to.
Oh my
Because of
God.
course you're not.
My God.
But
Guys,
if you have
episode
spare
2 and you're
change-
already asking for money,
You got to start
you
somewhere.
money-hungry
If
whores.
you want the static if you want the static to go away, give us money.
I feel like we should at least establish ourselves before we start asking for money. Jesus.
Well, well, you know what? We're not asking for money.
all right.
But if you want to
thank
give
for
us
tuning
money,
into this episode. See you later, dudes.
pay us.